Welcome to Auntie's oven. Sheer nostalgia forces me to repeat this particular dish again and again. The name of the dish is Murgh Anaanaas, and there is a wonderful story behind it. So let's get into it. We love to travel. In early 90s, when the kids were really kids, we went to a place known as Jaggery, which is very near to Betla forest. We had to pick up our ration from Daltonganj and we had to move on. Once we reached there, we saw that we have to stay in a bungalow, forest bungalow, a very old colonial bungalow, which had a caretaker who was equally old. He was a porter, come cook, come caretaker, all rolled into one. By the way, I'm getting carried away. Let's start the process, and in between, I'll unfold the story, right? I'll be needing chicken. This is country chicken. I'll tell you why. I'll need salt, paprika, mustard oil, and that's it. I don't believe in washing the meat, any meat. It is to be wiped. Take a kitchen towel and wipe it well. You'll clean it that way. You'll wipe it because if you wash it, the fat along with the water will be drained out. I'll add some salt. You can see the skin is there. The fun with country chicken is that it is a tough meat. It takes more time than the usual broiler to cook, but the taste is amazing. I'm just making a slate. I'll pour some mustard oil. I'll take some paprika and with my hands, I'll just rub it in. As I told you, it will take more time. The marination has to be good. You just have to rub in the oil and the salt and the paprika, or you might take red chilli powder, whatever. I'll keep it for at least 2 hours. Don't worry, I'll not keep you waiting. I have another set ready for you. In the evening, when asked what's there for dinner, he merrily showed us a country chicken which was during around the yard, and our dear little children following it, a big fat hen. I really wondered, is it possible or not? And ultimately in the evening, we gathered around the hearth with him to see the marvel. Now, by the way, I'll just tell you, these are the things we will be needing today to make this wonderful dish. I will not get into the exact amounts. You will find it in the description. So let's get into the kitchen now. Eventually, I'll tell you the story, and this is the real story that's happening today. So this is the pan. I'm adding mustard oil to it, half a cup of it. Oil is hot. I'll add the julienned onions and fry it for some time. I'm frying the onions a little brown, but I have refined this recipe and all the amounts and ingredients accordingly so that I can make it many times. Add crushed garlic, a tablespoon of it. 1 tablespoon crushed ginger. You can use ginger garlic paste separately, though I will not tell you to use the usual store-bought one. If you can grind it yourself, it's better. Why I'm saying crushed is that it was a very crude way of cooking that he did, and that added the special flavor to it. As I was telling you, country chicken needs more time to cook than the broiler. I'll add, you can see this oil is separating, so I'll add salt here. And what he added is a bit of jaggery. That is exactly what he had in his kitchen. So I'm also adding jaggery to it. If you add jaggery to some Indian cuisines, it gives you a very special flavor. Just try it. So it's almost done. You'll have to cook it for at least 40 to 50 minutes. If you're doing the same recipe with broiler, then 20 to 25 minutes should be enough. You can see the glaze. Well, now I'll add the water. I'll cover it. So now you can see it is almost done. We had some leftover pineapples. The cook asked for it. He managed some rum from the men, and then he did something very nice. That is, he went for a flambe. Let it cook for another 5 minutes. In the meanwhile, we'll get into the flambe. As I told you, I'll flambe the pineapples. Now let me tell you one thing. Flambe is a very tricky thing. Why I am doing it is, I saw him doing something like this, which later on I tried at home. I added the pineapples. I'll saute the pineapples for a while. I'll add some salt to it and a teaspoon of corn flour. This is just to make it a bit sticky and crispy. You have to be very cautious while doing this. This is a bit tricky process and it's dangerous also, but yes, I like it. You might try it. At this point, when the butter separates, you gradually add the alcohol. I am adding rum. I am happy that the flambe came out so well, but again I am repeating, please be very careful. Don't just jump over the oven to see whether the flambe is happening or not. Be away from the flame. This will really give a wonderful flavor. I'll cover it and cook it for another 5 minutes. Murgh ananas is ready. I just wish you liked the recipe and also the story. If you happen to like my recipe today, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Auntie's Oven. Share it among your friends. And yes, if you want to learn something that you don't know or you would love me to teach you, definitely get back to my page, Auntie's Oven.